Alright guys, so we're up here at our cabin. Figured I'd show you the spot that I shot the first 8-point from last year, the one I'm doing the European mount on. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check that video out. Pretty interesting stuff. So let's just go take a walk. I'll take the camera from my beautiful wife and my daughter. They got the quad. They're probably gonna hang out here or go back. This will take me a couple minutes, but so oop, I hit a bunch of crap. I'm gonna walk you back through here, show you the tree I sat in. I'm also setting up a camera on that mock scrape too, which is the main purpose of why I want to do this and record it so I can show you guys. So, and then that was the tree I climbed into. Lots of stuff up there to hide in. Actually, I got tarp up there, not tarp, but burlap up there. You can see it. I accidentally left that up there. That's all right though, because I might even sit there again, so I'll pull that down if I do. But I come around here, and I just climbed up it like that, and then swapped over that tree, and I sat on the bigger one in the middle. And I'll take you back over here where I shot him. It's kind of thick through here, which is nice, you know. It's not open, but it's a little more open up there, and I think the deer like that because I'm about 20 yards from the food plot, and they can get up to this point and they can look. They can scan that food plot without really being seen by anything in the food plot. All right, here is our mock scrape. See right on the trail. Nice thick spot too, unbelievably thick. We'll get down here at head level to the deer. I can't even see 10 yards past. This spot's a little more open, a little open spot through here. Actually, I think that big buck that I shot last year, and I seen him in bow season, I seen him coming right over this way, going just like that. So we're gonna go ahead and find a good spot to get a camera on this. I'm not actually seeing a whole lot of good spots other than one. So as soon as I get that on, I'll show you how I do that. Alright guys, here's my little tip. So I got my mock scrape right here. I got a stick, and I'm going up the tree a little bit with the camera. The reason why I'm doing that is because here in Michigan, I've done cameras for about 10 years now. Here in Michigan, the deer look. They know, they can tell where the camera's at, especially if you got it head level. So that's kind of the view from the camera. And then here's a tip. If you're ever out there in the woods and you're trying to figure out, you know, what pictures your camera gonna take your phone. Trying to be able to see what I'm doing here. There. Take your phone like this. Go to picture mode and go to portrait mode so it's facing you. Put your camera flat up against, or your phone flat up against the camera like that, and it's going to show you what it's taking a picture of, so you ain't got to take it down, check it, all that crap, and spend all that time. So that's my tip. Just put it right up on it just like that, and it shows you what you're taking a picture of. And I know you can't see it, but I can see the mock scrape in the background, so I'm happy with that. We're going to turn it on. I like these stealth cameras, pretty easy. Just hold it. That may sound. There, turn it on. Well, it's coming down, so once it gets to 0, it'll start taking pictures. 2, 1, ready. Alright, there's the first picture. So that's kind of how I set my cameras up. You don't have to put the leaves and all that. And you want to give it that angle too, so it's angling down or up. You just put put a little limb behind it like that, so it gives it that angle down. Here's the mock scrape. Not a bad spot. Got the trail right here coming into it. Another one right here that's pretty hard to see. Couple that veer off 5 yards that way, and then we're on the main trail here. And then this one cuts off this way as well. So again, when you put in these scrapes here, you want to put it over a bunch of trails head level, so they got to hit it. You know, now that I'm looking at that, that looks like a bed right there. So that's pretty cool. I actually did see a lot of beds. I'll show you those and kind of give you an intake of what I think's going on there. So we'll see in a second. So there's a setup. That's probably going to be the new stand right there. And just figured I'd show you this. Here's the trail I cut out. The deer seem to be using it quite a bit. It's actually, I seen them using it during turkey season too. I was up here a couple times. And then I cut this last year. Right here's where I shot him. There's that tree right there, that cluster just behind that single one. Right here's where I shot him. And this is usually, they'll come from right here or just where I came from, and they'll come right through here in this little natural open spot to get to our food plot. And again, I could get a shot of them from that tree here as well. Right here's where the camera used to be, right next to the mineral. Oh, I'm sorry. Used to be right here, overlooking the mineral and overlooking everything here. And right here's, right about here where I'm standing is where we got that big buck that I shot last year. So they definitely move through here left and right. It's a good spot. I think maybe we hopefully made it better. We'll definitely see how that goes. And then here's where I walked in at right here. Figured I'd show you this too because I seen this on the way in. This is what I was saying about having a spot like this that's kind of thick. It's thick back and it's relatively open like this here. Here's a bed. There's a bed. That's a bed. Not used recently. We'll get back in this one over here. There's one right here. Obviously looking out, can see everywhere it's at. There's probably doe, or a group of does. Same thing right here. Can look out everywhere behind it. Out into the food plot. Just step up and move left to right to look over that tree. Alright guys, you guys seen what we did with the scrapes. That was one of the mock scrapes I put up, and I think I didn't include in the first video I did, so I wanted to show you that while I put the camera up. But that's how I put cameras up. Just want to get them up higher because I've been doing it for 10 years, like I said, and I've noticed that them deer, they will find that camera and they'll see it, they'll never come back again. I guess let me ask you this and leave it in the comments too. How many times have you got a picture of a buck and he was looking at the camera and then you never seen him again? That's pretty much how it goes for us. So I noticed, you know, you put that camera up 8 feet or so in the air, and on a bigger tree too. That's the most important thing. A bigger tree than the camera. Put it up high. They're not going to look at it, at least rarely. That's what I did last year, and you see I had a lot of bucks on camera and they never even paid attention to the camera. So hopefully this mock scrape works. Hoping I can keep you guys tagged along. That's why I'm doing every step-by-step, videoing it and showing you. I'm not faking anything out, not doing that. You've seen it. I put the stick up, no scent, rake the ground out, put the camera up, put it up high, hoping that we can get pictures right away and start showing you guys the beginning process to hopefully the end process of one of us shooting a nice one. So I wanted to take you back here and show you this spot too. This spot, I had my first encounter ever with a buck over here. He was a little spike horn. I was sitting in this tree, had my bow, drew back on him, and then he ended up cutting back out of the way. That was a pretty cool, fun encounter. My uncle, he shot a nice 8-point back here last year, and I guess the main reason why I wanted to take you back here is show you the difference is, you know, where we were at, it was so thick up there compared to back here. You pan all around here, it's wide open. this is not an ideal rut spot. Definitely a good early season spot. My uncle shot that buck last year, October 18th. I shot, or the deer that I've had encounters with, like that spike or whatever. I know it's a little one. That was early on in the season. Everything was still green. Once all the green comes off, this is wide open, and this is not where they want to be. You might encounter one every now and then, but up there in the thick where we did the mock scrapes, that's where you want to be at. So I figured I'd just show you that, keep you along for the ride, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your guys' process is. And as always, God bless.